Welcome back, folks. Bear Clan's Hiking Sedona podcast. Episode 31 today is more of the trail talk. We're talking Brins Mesa to Soldiers Pass Loop Trails. And just as an intro, weather and time of the year always play a major role in when to hike Sedona. If you want to know what's going on, just check out my podcast for earlier episodes about when is the best time to hike Sedona. For this podcast in particular, we're going to assume all things are just typically blue sky Sedona day. Brins Mesa to Soldier Pass Loop is fast becoming a fan favorite of Sedonians as well as tourists, and the reasons why: it's a fairly easy hike, but it provides impressive visuals of the landscape of Sedona with views of Secret Mountain Wilderness, Wilson Mountain, Capitol Butte, Bell Rock, Courthouse Butte, Cathedral Rock, and a whole lot more. The total distance is going to vary depending on which direction you go on the loop, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I highly recommend parking, folks, at the Brins Mesa Jim Thompson Trailhead. It's located off Jordan Road in the uptown section of Sedona, and that's for optimal parking, and it also has a no-gate closure. Just so you are aware, if you go to the Soldier Pass Trailhead, the gate opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 6 p.m., and they're insanely prompt. They will close the gate, and your car might be inside the gate if you're not back by 6 p.m., so make sure you make your choices properly on this one. So, back to the Brins Mesa Trailhead access. You're going to be taking Jordan Road in uptown Sedona to the end. You're going to take a left at the T intersection and head through a cul-de-sac to the dirt road. The cul-de-sac is just after a short bridge. Once you're on the dirt road, it's going to be about maybe a quarter mile or so, and you're going to find the trailhead parking area. Once you've found your parking spot and have gotten your Red Rock Trail Pass, hopefully you've gotten that before. And if you're wondering what that is, I also have a podcast about that too, but let's just keep it simple. At just about every trailhead, there's a kiosk, an electronic kiosk for credit card purchases of a Red Rock Trail Pass. You can get them for the day, the week, or a year. The day is $5, the week is $15, and the year is $20. Now it's time to decide which direction to go on the trail. There's a bathroom station and a large map kiosk close to the Brins Mesa Trail. About 50 feet from the start of the trail is a trail connection with Jordan Trail, heading kind of westward, or on your left. About another 50 feet or so past that is a connection with a trail called Cibola Pass. That's also heading in the westward, left direction. But if you stay straight on the trail, you're going to be on Brins Mesa Trail heading northward. We'll talk about your choices of direction. So, I find it most efficient to hike Brins Mesa Trail up to the top of the mesa, then to hike down into Soldier Wash Canyon on Soldier Pass Trail. You're going to be hiking in what is known as Mormon Canyon while you're on Brins Mesa Trail. This will have walls of gorgeousness on both sides. Along the hike in, you're going to be getting views of Mitten Rock, Mitten Ridge, and the southwest side of Wilson Mountain, which happens to be Sedona's biggest and baddest mountain for views in the entire Sedona. That'll be on your right side, whereas Mitten Rock and Mitten Ridge and those will be on your left. It's going to be filled with hundreds of photo stops. In other words, there's going to be tiny little off-trail pull-offs that are going to be giving you obvious views to take pictures. Feel free to indulge. So you're going to have what I call perches along the mesa climb that are perfect for picture taking. These perches are located roughly about 1.5 miles into your hike. Brins Mesa is all flat until you get to the end, then it goes up to the mesa. So as you're making that climb, that's where all those perches are going to be located. And there's just gorgeous viewing spots all over the place. Now, once you get to the top, you're going to be at the mesa. You're going to follow the trail in a gentle left direction. It's kind of hard to miss. The trails are insanely well marked. So you're going to follow that for about 1/2 mile until you find the Soldier Pass connection. The Soldier Pass connection is going to be on your left. This will be about 2 miles in length at this connector from the beginning of your hike in Brins Mesa. Following the Soldier Pass Trail gets you down inside Soldier Wash Canyon, heading southwardly. Basically, you're just going to repeat what you just did to get up Brins Mesa, but you're heading down a different trail. You're going to be going down the face, which is about as steep as the Brins Mesa incline, but it's going downhill. There are tons more photo spots as you venture into the Wash Canyon, and the walls on either side are boasting impressive hoodoo-type formations, massive spires, some butte formations, and it's just insane. Along the Soldier Pass Trail, you're going to find an unending supply of vantage points for ridiculous captures with cameras. Almost identical to what happened on Brins Mesa Trail. As you're going on the trail, you're going to see tiny little pull-off pockets where there's going to be obvious visuals for you to capture. Just ridiculous. This section of the loop is roughly about 1.7 miles in length, the Soldier Pass section. And around 1 mile down, there's going to be an intersection with the Forest Road 9904, which would bring you directly to the Soldier Pass trailhead parking area. But you don't want to take that, you want to stay on a trail. Much more beauty that way. Stay left on Soldier Pass. You're then going to come up to a location known as the Seven Sacred Pools. They were used by wildlife on occasion, and they are amazing and beautiful when they have water in them or just after a rainfall with the flowing waters going through the pools. So you're going to continue on Soldier Pass after you take several pictures there. It's going to start heading in an easterly direction, kind of leftish, and you're going to come to what's called Devil's Kitchen Sinkhole. It's going to be on your left as well. There's going to be like a flattening of the trail on the red rocks. It's almost going to look like a nice parking lot of red rocks. On your left will be this area called Devil's Kitchen. It's an impressive pit with dangers all around it, so be very cautious there, folks. The sinkhole is one of the 7 sinkholes that I've experienced in Sedona, but it is far from our biggest. Just that fact in itself will be amazing because this sinkhole seems to be pretty darn large. So it's at this juncture that you're going to seek out your return trail. As I mentioned before in the beginning, I explained 2 alternate trails, Jordan Trail and Cibola Pass. Both of these are going to return you to the Brins Mesa Trailhead parking area, and both of them will connect with the Soldier Pass trail system just past that sinkhole. So if you're at the sinkhole and you've already come from Soldier Pass, just continue in that direction to your right of the sinkhole. You'll connect to both of those trails. Now the options are kind of as follows. Jordan Trail is a tad longer in length. It's somewhere around maybe 1.7, 1.8 miles, but it's kind of an easier trail. Cibola Pass is roughly about 0.6 miles, and it pretty much goes up. But with Sedona, what goes up is going to provide you just more gorgeous views. And it goes up a small hill, but provides incredible views at the top of the pass. And just for your information, folks, usually when something is referred to as a pass, it tends to mean that it's going to go up. Usually. Doesn't mean it is, it just usually is like that. I suppose your choice depends on how you feel after all the hiking you've done up to that point. So keep in mind, you don't have to do the entire hike anyway. This gives you an idea of the distance. Depending on whether or not you take Cibola Pass that's shorter or the Jordan Trail that's longer, you're going to be ranging somewhere in around 4.5 miles up to maybe 5.7 miles for a round trip doing the entire loop. And of course, depending on which connector you decide to use. All in all, this is an outstanding loop trail to consider when you arrive in Sedona. If you want to just keep it to the smaller lengthened trails, it's real simple. Just go up Brins Mesa, turn around and come back. Or head up Soldier Pass and turn around and come back. Or you could take Cibola Pass or Jordan Trail, connect over to Soldier Pass from the Brins Mesa trailhead. You get the idea, folks. You don't have to go to the end of something. You just go until you want to turn around and come back. So that's it for the Brins Mesa to Soldier Pass loop. I appreciate your time, folks. Love the fact that you're out here and out and about anyway during this interesting time of our country. Thanking you from deep within my heart. God bless you all, and I do hope to see you on the trails. Thank you again for listening in today, folks. Your time and energy is greatly appreciated. Please feel free to download these episodes, favorite them, share them, and even visit my YouTube channel, Yava-Coco Productions, for all the podcast playlists and for some insanely cool videos of my hiking adventures that I do in Sedona. That all helps me to continue to bring you more exciting podcasts and videos, both for healing, spirituality, as well as just kind of amazing videos of Sedona, Arizona. For those of you wanting to dig in a little deeper, maybe you're struggling with some inner issues, or you're in a recovery path from an addiction, or just looking for inspirational discussions about healing, check out all of my podcasts on your favorite podcast players. Titles like Path to Recovery Podcast, Cognitive Awareness with a Touch of God Podcast, Bear Clan's Hiking Sedona Podcast, and yes, I even have one called Star Wars, The Bear Awakens Podcast. We are here to help you, and what we're trying to do is offer you things that can help you for free. Plus, there's entertainment involved with a lot of these anyway. So thank you again, folks. God bless you, and I hope to see you on the rocks. for all the podcast playlists and for some insanely cool videos of my hiking adventures that I do in Sedona. That all helps me to continue to bring you more exciting podcasts and videos, both for healing, spirituality, as well as just kind of amazing videos of Sedona, Arizona. For those of you wanting to dig in a little deeper, maybe you're struggling with some inner issues, or you're in a recovery path from an addiction, or just looking for inspirational discussions about healing, check out all of my podcasts on your favorite podcast players. Titles like Path to Recovery podcast, Cognitive Awareness with a Touch of God podcast, Bear Clan's Hiking Sedona podcast, and yes, I even have one called Star Wars, The Bear Awakens podcast. We are here to help you, and what we're trying to do is offer you things that can help you for free. Plus, there's entertainment involved with a lot of these anyway. So thank you again, folks. God bless you, and I hope to see you on the rocks.